Hi, I'm Dr. George Yancey. Let's share some paradigms. Paradigm share today is broken or valuable. I want to discuss about the nature of humans. I think as a Christian, I have a perspective that is not the same as, say, my more secular peers. And it's a unique perspective, and I think it really helps to determine a lot of the ways I think about things, and a lot of ways I think Christians should think about things. The nature of humans. As a Christian, I believe in the concept of human depravity. What this means is that I haven't got it all figured out. I'm not perfect, nor do I believe in this lifetime can I ever become perfect. I could become closer to it through sanctification. I should strive to become closer to it. I will not obtain it. That's what I believe as a Christian. That human depravity means that I should be suspicious, not just of everyone else, but of myself. That I believe that I have the best ideas, or what I'm doing is always right, and I have always the best motivations. I'm not saying that I don't have good ideas or I don't have good motivations, but I should be suspicious about my ideas and motivations. I have human depravity. There are some pastors who preach about how we are just worms and how unworthy we are. And there's truth to that. But to go in that direction completely, I think misses the point. Because another aspect of human nature, I believe as a Christian, is that I have great worth. I am an image bearer. Christ has died for me. And I'm not worthy of that sacrifice, but shows the sort of love that he's imbued to me and to you and anyone who accepts him. So on the one hand, I have depravity. On the other hand, there's this tremendous worth that's there. I am an image bearer. How do we make sense of this? How do we make sense of this in a way that helps inform us as how to move forward? Okay, before I move on, if you like this, please consider subscribing to this channel. Please consider giving this video a like. This has been a contradiction, right? You are depraved and yet you have great worth. That contradiction is where we live. It prevents us from being too confident that we figured it all out, but it stops us from dragging us down to where we feel like we have no worth whatsoever. I think this is an accurate depiction of who we are as humans. We have to remember that depravity is there. And depravity knows no gender, knows no religion in a sense, knows no political ideology, knows no race. All of us have this depravity. All of us must struggle with that. And yet we have great worth. I believe that those with more secular ideologies, those who are basing ideologies on a humanism, they get right, although for the wrong reasons, they get right the fact that we have great worth. They believe that we have this great worth because we're evolving and we've evolved to the highest state of evolution. Humans are higher than any other animals. We have rationality. We have all these sort of, in other words, the way they get it right is by letting go of human depravity. I don't believe we're perfectible. Humanist philosophy believes that we are perfectible. So they get that right, but for the wrong reasons. And in getting it right for the wrong reasons, it can lead to some horrendous events. Overconfidence that we can correct our wrongs. A pride that can wear us down. So they get it right for the wrong reasons. But some people forget about that we have great worth, too. Here's where depression sets in. Here's where pessimism sets in, cynicism. That, too, is not the direction we need to go. We do have depravity, but God has ordered us to be worthy. And we can hang our heads on that whenever we feel down and feel worthless and feel like we can't do anything. Yeah, there's a sense where we can't, but we can rely on a God who can. This contradiction is the nuance that we so often miss. the humbleness to know about depravity, but also the esteem knowing that God cares for us and will watch over us. Focusing just on our depravity gives us an unhealthy, low self-esteem, self-worth. I don't think that's what God wants. Focusing just on the fact that we're image bearers or that we have great worth gives us a conceit, a pride that makes it too easy for us to misuse others because they're not as high as we are. We tend to think that way. For me, I must always think of everyone having just as much worth as myself. Homeless person, the criminal, the people I disagree with, my Samaritan, if you will, has great worth as much as I do. If I do that, remembering my own depravity, and also remembering that God has made me an image bearer, thus I have great worth. If I do that, then I can walk that nuance, that tightrope, to where I think brings us to a healthy sense of self-worth, a healthy sense of what humans are. If you enjoy this, please come back and we can shatter some more paradigms.